On the other side, ladies and gentlemen, can there be different yardsticks when fighting corruption? Is there something called good corruption and something else called bad corruption? Can there be zero tolerance towards corruption in one state, but in another region, there is tolerance toward it? Ahead of the polls, Congress is tangled up in this issue amidst poll season. In Karnataka, the government has formed a firewall around its deputy chief minister. The state has approved a proposal to withdraw a case handled by the CBI to look into an alleged disproportionate assets case against DK Shivakumar. On the other hand, it vows to send the KCR clan into a double-bedroom jail for alleged corruption in the last 9 years. Listen in to the contrasting viewpoint.
Sanction given by the previous government was on the oral instructions of the then Chief Minister. They should have taken the permission of the Speaker. Without obtaining the permission from the Speaker, the case is entrusted to CBI for the investigation.
करप्शन एंड जितने भी वादा किए वो नहीं किया हुआ है, दो पैरेलल से। तो केसीआर को उनके पूरा परिवार राजनीति में है, तो जब डबल बेडरूम घर के बारे में चर्चा हुई तो बेटा बेटी कहाँ रहेंगे, दामाद है तो कहाँ रहने वाला है, ये सब सारे कह रहे थे। तो इसीलिए आज के तारीख में राजनीति में केसीआर परिवार सब लोग है, बेटा है, बेटी है, उन्हों है, फिर सब लोगों को अलग अलग जेल पे डाले तो ठीक नहीं रहेगा ना। इसलिए उनके लिए चरलापल्ली जेल में डबल बेडरूम घर बना के वहाँ ही पूरा परिवार के साथ रहा तो उसका फार्म हाउस लाइफ फिर उनको मिल जाएंगे।
The misuse of central agencies against the opposition is a common allegation. However, the question arises, can the opposition take the moral high ground on this issue? In Telangana, the BJP's Member of Parliament Sanjay Bandi was arrested by the BRS regime in the SSC paper leak scam, but he was later released on bail. In Karnataka, Congress Sarkar arrested BJP's Shakuntala HS for making derogatory comments against the Chief Minister Siddaramaiah. In Punjab, Congress MLA Sukhpal Singh Khera was arrested by the Aam Aadmi Party government in a drug case dating back to 2015, despite the fact that both the AAP and the Congress are part of the India bloc. The question is, fight against corruption when the Congress says arrest BRS leaders, but when it comes to their own leaders, they withdraw cases and nods given to CBI. How does this work in the eyes of the people? Let's debate.
एक कांग्रेस पार्टी और केसीआर की पार्टी बीआरएस ये तेलंगाना को एक नंबर का राज्य नहीं बना सकते, क्योंकि वहां मंत्री बनाने के लिए डाइनिंग टेबल पर टेंडर निकालकर कोटेशन मांगकर कौन ज्यादा पैसा देता है वो मंत्री बनता है। ये हजारों करोड़ का घोटाला केसीआर ने किया है। केसीआर को लगता है कि कुछ नहीं होगा। केसीआर, चैन की नींद मत सो, आपका समय अब समाप्त हो चुका है। जितने भी घोटाले किए हैं भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार जांच कर भ्रष्टाचार करने वालों को जेल के सलाखों के पीछे डालने का काम ये भारतीय जनता पार्टी करेगी।
You're watching the News Hour at 9. Debate number 2 on Times Now. Super Prime Time.
Narasimha Rao, Lokesh Jinda is Tushar Gupta and Vishnu Vardhan Reddy, spokesperson of the BRS. I want to ask Lokesh Jindal. Lokesh Jindal, Mr. Revant Reddy, the Congress party has called the BRS corrupt. That is the main election pitch. But in Karnataka, the neighboring state, you have withdrawn the permission given to CBI. Now, corruption crackdown will happen in Telangana when the Congress, if it comes to power, but corruption will be allowed to go scot-free in Karnataka. How does that work as an ideology, or does corruption have nothing to do with any ideology, any promise?
Navika, There is no precise definition of corruption that we have anywhere in the dictionary, but BJP has come up with a definition. The definition as per BJP is corruption is a non-BJP politician. So any politician who happens to be a non-BJP member has all the possibilities of being corrupt. Now, for Congress, the point is when we have Congress asking the government, the center to take action against BRS, we are pointing towards the irrigation scam, the outer ring road scam, the land that was acquired, the manner in which land was being distributed. But the entire nation knows how BRS, which had supported the Center for the Farm Laws, for president, vice president elections, for all BJP's motives, is being given a complete shield. How AIMIM is acting as part B of the BJP, and how the BJP is shielding any politician who joins BJP. Almost all corruption charges are withdrawn. ED is as if given the task to target any politician who questions the BJP.
Why don't you respond? Why don't you respond to the Congress hypocrisy? What about Karnataka?
Well, Navika, if we are talking about Karnataka, there are enough provisions available with the center right now, which does not even require the state's permission. When you're talking about Enforcement Directorate and the manner in which it functions, there is no permission required by ED to investigate and to take action.
Okay, so we will take back nods given to CBI and BJP. I think the door has been opened that you can now send in the ED. But let me get in Mr. Reddy of the BRS. Mr. Reddy, the Congress leaders in the election fray have said they will make a 2 BHK in the jail for KCR, the Chief Minister of Telangana. But you've seen what has happened in Karnataka. Congress talking about corruption, how does that sound to you?
Good evening, Navika. See, I mean, the person who is making these sort of statements, Mr. Revanth Reddy, he himself was caught red-handedly in broad daylight with 50 lakh rupees in cash while trying to bribe an MLA. Now that person has no credibility whatsoever, and even the background of that person, if you see, he's involved, he's a habitual blackmailer who has over 75 cases, criminal cases filed against him. Now a person of such a character comes out in the open and says that, you know, Bhrashtachar ho gaya, Mukhyamantri ji ko jail mein dalna. If you have any iota of evidence, please produce it to the courts. I mean, who is stopping him from putting out in the public domain rather than making these, you know, fancy election speeches? And let me remind Mr. Tushar, I believe, the Congress spokesperson, that
Lokesh,
he needs to come well prepared. Lokesh, you need to do a fact check, because BRS party has never supported the farm laws. In fact, it is Honorable Chief Minister KCR ji who had very vociferously fought against the farm laws and agitated in Delhi. You need to check the facts, right? And secondly, when it comes to supporting bills in the parliament, it was even Congress which supported the GST bill. So does that mean that Congress and BJP are ek dusre ka A and B team? Does it? I mean, there is no absolutely no sense. And second thing I want to add to what
you
Lokesh
have a
said
political necessity to safeguard K. Kavita.
The PCC President Revanth Reddy has bought the PCC President post in Telangana by selling out 50 crore cash.
Well,
this is not the allegations that we have.
Oh my God, that's a huge charge. That's a huge charge by the BRS. GVL Narasimha Rao. Is corruption the most abused word, and is corruption the most hypocritical premise on which elections are fought? Because BJP picks up the issue of corruption but goes only after the opposition, not one BJP leader in the fray. This hypocrisy cuts across party lines.
Navika, Congress party, let me first talk about the Congress. It's synonymous with corruption. So when Congress talks about corruption, it has to be seen as it has to be taken with a bag of salt. As far as our government is concerned, has the Congress been able to even make a charge against 9.5 years of Modi ji's government? I think we have given a government of complete honest.
Sir,
9.5 years of government with integrity. Government gets, Prime Minister gets such high ratings because of corruption-free governance. You are in the dock for the corruption that you have done both in the center and in the states. And as far as BRS is concerned, it's a corrupt party. We ourselves, that's our main campaign line. But Congress has no credibility whatsoever on this issue. And on presidential, vice presidential elections, I don't know which paper Lokesh Jinda reads. They have never supported the BJP. We have never taken their support. They on almost all bills in parliament, they vote against us. We don't even want their support. BRS has completely deprived people of Telangana of their future.
All right.
They have actually failed their promises, and therefore we emerge as an alternative to the BRS in Telangana.
Well, we'll see that what happens on the ground in Telangana. But Tushar Gupta, you've heard all the three political parties. Where do you stand on corruption being an issue in elections?
Look, corruption is obviously a huge issue in the elections, and Congress carries a huge baggage. Look at Rajasthan, for instance. Sachin Pilot was carrying out an anti-corruption yatra against his own government. Now, Lokesh Jinda here can laugh as much as he wants to, but the truth of the fact is there are no deputy BJP chief ministers carrying out anti-corruption yatras against their seniors in the government. It's actually Sachin Pilot doing that. It was out for everyone in the open to see. In Delhi, before the BJP made noise about the liquor policy scam, it was the Congress which was telling people about the liquor policy scam and how it had to be investigated. But once the alliance was formed, the investigation became vendetta politics. So this is the definition of corruption for the Congress. Attack when it suits you. All the other times, it's all about political convenience. But people can see right through it.
Absolutely, people can see through this. ये जो public है, ये सब जानती है. You can't fool the public because the public knows who's talking about corruption and where they stand on that issue. We leave it at that. Election day, polling day in Rajasthan tomorrow, and then the last leg, Telangana elections on 30th. Well, what's going to happen in these elections, and what are the issues that are going to get the people's thumbs up? That is what we wait to see. Please keep watching Times Now, because we continue to be the election news headquarters. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining me on the News Hour, and thank you, viewers, for being with me throughout the show and supporting me throughout with your viewership on this show. Good night and have a safe weekend.